And the Hurricanes headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And he'll bring it back. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. Throwing Russell. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on second down. This quarterback part of their running game. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Russell unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. All the way back. Touchdown, Hurricanes. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Hey guys, checking in pregame with the Miami head coach. He understands the SEC is a line of scrimmage league. That's why he is really trying to prove that the ACC can battle with them in the trenches. He said this will be a huge matchup to test his team, and he'll have to be very good on the play calls. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, it's Fletcher. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Vaughn. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Throwing, Mensah. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. Straight ahead, it's Hill. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Yeah, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
First and 10 for the offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Keep it on the ground. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Third and 6 yards to go. Quick give. It's Riley. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And they just kind of sneak that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. On the move at the 30. Running through contact. Touchdown, Alabama! Once he got some room, it was over. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 40-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll start on the ground with Brown. There he goes. The 40. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line.
I mean, what a huge gain for this offense. You're always trying to find ways to get your playmakers in space. And when you create a hole like that, Palmer, good Lord, anybody's going to be able to run through it. Then he just keeps chewing up those yards, makes the big play.
He's a difference maker, David, and he gets better as the game goes on. So that's great news at this juncture to kind of rip off a big run like that. But this is a guy that builds momentum as he goes. I'd be force-feeding this guy more as the game goes on.
What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Hits inside. It's Fletcher. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. right crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. The Hurricanes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Going to the run, it's Fletcher. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Canes! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he added the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Keelan Russell. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick 6. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Handoff to the single back. And he got 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 coming.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's Riley. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. Breaks into the open. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Move. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Riley. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the wideout. Calls his own number. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Throwing Russell. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Might as well run him again. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
second down. Right back to it. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Here's Mensah to throw. Out wide right, it's Brown. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that 3rd and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that 3rd down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
Did not hesitate, going for it on 4th and short from the 49. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Mensah rushes on. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The run inside. It's Hill. They put the brakes on him.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Russell. The throw to the outside is complete. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Looking for the marker. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
And your decision to go for it on fourth down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense, they went for it, and they got the first down.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Keelan Russell. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Second and long here. To the air. It's Russell. Looking deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And you just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Throwing Russell. The screen, he's got wheels. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent third down defense, and fourth down's coming up. So Miami signals for a timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. He will need some oomph in this one, a 51-yard attempt, and from the right side. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Flip it out to the back on the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Quickly complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
They'll need a bunch on second down. The give on the counter. 5-yard gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and 5. The Canes headed quickly to the line. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. On target over the middle. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And after the 3-spot guys, we're all tied up. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and they get the ball back, but that's just going to make it much tougher on this drive.
You know, quarterbacks practice ball security as well throughout the week, and he has to do a better job of keeping 2 hands on the ball. He knows this defense is trying to rip it out. They're trying to get a hat on the football. He's lucky that he was able to recover his own fumble there.
Russell trying to escape and get it himself. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
And that's really a lot of what we saw in the first half by this defense. We knew coming into the football game, man, this guy's got dynamite. Like, he's got the explosive ability to make plays, throwing the football and running. And kudos to this defense. They've been dialed in, locked in, not giving up the big plays on the ground, understanding he's a threat, and playing him like that.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll try to pop the draw. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
And you see crowds and fans get upset all the time with those kind of play calls. Like running the ball 3rd and long. What are we doing? We're not going to get the first. Oh, you're trying to trick them.
Can't hang on. He muffs it. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Sells to run, looking to pass. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Miami. That one will give them the lead. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone.
Set to advance on the football.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Turning it on! The 50. He's inside the 40. The 20. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bama! Looking for the tie with the extra point. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. That Miami offense back onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Looking for a crease, it's Fletcher. He's past the sticks. At midfield, he's got room. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Now on 1st down from the 30. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. That's a fumble on the play. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And the Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Throwing, Mensah. Left side is Pringle. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Lets it fly. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver comes in motion. Running inside. It's Fletcher. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down and shoot.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
In the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tide ready to roll on offense. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Offense in a bunch formation. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Keelan Russell throws to the tight end. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Not a lot of room to field this one. Taken down right away. Comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Hurricanes are in the hurry-up.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. Ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Here's Mensah to throw. Quick screen to the speedster out wide.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, it's Fletcher. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Now, these offenses that are built for late game situations, when you get later in the football game and you have the lead and you got a guy that you can hand it to like him that keeps making plays over and over again, man, does it start to put a lot of pressure on the defense for them to be
looking for a big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Long way to go on second down. Tight end now in motion. Gonna run it. It's Fletcher. A 5-yard pickup there leaves him with third down and 5.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half, and you've got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Mensah going for the big play. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Got room on the return, and they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Drops back. It's Russell. Throws to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And at this point of the game, you just can't say enough about how good the defense has been covering this guy. Coming into the game, they knew he was the critical factor for this offense with his skill set, but they have really been able to shut him down. They force another incompletion down the field looking his way. To me, that's one of the biggest reasons why they're winning this game.
And the missed connection on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Trying to get started. He gets a block. And there he goes. Touchdown, Canes. Stealing a score on special teams. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown.
Number 22, set to kick this one away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Final play of the quarter coming. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was able to work his way for just a few, and that will do it for the third quarter. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Using his legs, it's Hill. He's got the first down. Oh, he's got some space. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. Russell on play action. Moving to his left. Throws toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
Man, oh man, it doesn't get easier than that. Look at the receiver. He gets wide open. Where's the defense? Nobody around. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Forced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Wide receiver going in motion. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Second down coming up. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And defensive coaches talk about it all the time. Winning first down. And what that does for a defense, they win first down. They force second and long. They're ready for it. Nice job rushing the passer, getting the sack, and now putting them in an even more predictable situation. Third and forever. Great job by this defense.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Back's got it on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Hurricanes will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. No room to bring it back. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They fought their way back. A scoring drive, the stop, and now a chance to pull even on this drive late. Makes the grab inside the 30. Runs through a man. He might have space. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth, and the stage will be set for a great finish. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. They'll move the wide receiver. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. Third and goal coming. Right side, it's Edwards. Touchdown Tide! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. The extra point here would tie the game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. From deep, it's Lyle. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Straight ahead, it's Fletcher. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. Out wide left, it's Lofton. There he goes. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. RPO complete. There's a crease. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. Quick give. It's Fletcher. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Second and long here. They give it to him again. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
And the Canes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Hits inside, it's Pringle. Stopped after a gain of 3, it'll be 2nd and 7. Alabama calls it 2nd timeout of the half. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Using his legs, it's Fletcher. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him,
and he keeps producing. Another chunk play, like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
Now the Tide uses its third and final timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. And the Hurricanes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll run it. It's Pringle. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And I love when defenses see pulling guards because what you're supposed to do is run through immediately. If you're a linebacker, you see a pulling guard, I'm running through that gap. If you're a defensive lineman and that guard pulls in front of you, I run down the line of scrimmage and chase. Great job seeing that puller, making a play, get a tackle for a loss.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. Stop right there.
Well, they run it right up the middle, try to give their kicker a good angle, and here we go. This is all you can ask for if you're the kicker, an opportunity to go win the game. The ball's right in the middle of the field. You got to go do your job.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So now on comes the field goal unit. He's got it! Hey, huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds. How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.